Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, February 5th, and we're on day 9 of our catalog tour. Now this is one of the sets that I had to add in that I just recently bought. I had looked at this and I had weighed it. It's a little bit of a pricey bundle, but you get a full-size card out of it and in 2 styles. So I kind of rallied against it. I wasn't going to buy it, but then I did a class with my 5th upline, and they used the sayings from this, and so you could buy just the sayings, but the dies do come in handy, just so you know. So have some good examples in here. I am going to copycat off of this one, and I did buy the envelopes. Oh, I'm sorry, it's called the Slimline Sayings Bundle, and it's on page 52. So what you're going to get is you're going to get this stamp set and die set. So it's a 4-piece die set and a 6-piece stamp set. And you can see I'm using some of them right now. But nice big fonts that take up, you know, a good portion of the card. So you have your main card sections or dies, and then you have, oh, that's stuck on there really tight. Then you have these edges that you can do on just a regular slimline card. So we're going to go ahead and use this one again for today's card. I'm not a fan of the slimline cards, and maybe that's why I wasn't, this wasn't one of my first purchases. It's just me. I like cards that you can get 2 out of a piece of cardstock, and you don't with this, but you do get, you know, a base for later, or not a base, a layer for later. So I guess that's all right. So you take your 8.5 by 11 and you cut it at 7 inches. So you have 7 by 8.5. Then you're going to, oops, oh my goodness. So then what you're left with is a piece, I don't know if you can see this. This is a 4-inch piece. So it's good for layers. So let me put that off to the side for right now. So then on that 7-inch side, then you're going to score at 3.5. And that makes your layer. So let me go ahead, put this down, make sure that it's folding in the half mark. I really need to clean this off. Really good. So there is your card base. And as you can see, this is a layer that will fit. The layers will fit on that. Okay. So then, this is Pale Papaya. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. Pale Papaya. We're going to do 2 cutouts in my favorite colors. Mango Melody. And this is not one of my favorite colors, but it goes good with my Mango Melody, which is my favorite. Flirty Flamingo. All right. And since this is less than 3.5, 3 3/4, you will be able to put it through your baby. I like using my big Stampin' Cut Emboss machine just because of the length of it. If you look at this, see, your cutting board isn't long enough. So I use the Mama on it, especially if you're going to do a full card. Now let's see. I'm trying to think what color I want to be the outline. I think I'm going to go over here and get Granny Apple Green. Sorry, I'm off camera. So Granny Apple Green, and we're going to run it through the big one, and that's going to be one of our, that's going to be our outline, and then we're going to use these 2 to fill it in. All right, so let me get out the Mama, and let me get out base 1, 2, and then 2 of the 3s. All right. So here's base 1, 2. You could tape it down if you want. I'm not going to, just because I'm going to have to trim down one of those sides. Because remember, this is a 4-inch cardstock, which works good to for cutting it out, but our card base is not as big. And it does get a little bit curved, as you can see. It does get a little bit curved, so you may want to, let me get my painter's tape out. Tape it down a little. Let me go ahead and get some of that tackiness off so it doesn't rip my card too much. So I want to be able just to cut on one side if I can. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that down there. I'm going to take another piece. And get some of that first tackiness off there too. Okay, this way it doesn't move. Insert that in. Make sure that it does meet up to the edge of your cutting. And it's going to make a noise, guys. You're not going to end up breaking anything or cracking anything. It just makes that noise because there are a lot of cutting surface areas here. Okay, now what I like to do, sometimes they'll fall like this. I like trying to get my removable tape under there. A lot of these are the same size, but just to kind of keep it in line. This is the removable tape that's not as tacky. So I like kind of going like this, just to keep that all in line. And now we'll go ahead and remove the blue tape. Oh, see, I didn't get enough of the sticky off. Do you hear that? It is pulling on some of the card, so shoot. All right. Because you gotta remember when you put it through that Stampin' Cut emboss machine, it's really doing a lot of pressure. All right, so let's go ahead and take that out for the middle parts. Oh, look at that. Let me take, it didn't, I must not have had it all the way to the edge. So my edge didn't cut there. You can run it back through again, but since I have all of these layers underneath there, I'm just going to go ahead and run it through my cutter. You got to make sure it's centered on there really good. Otherwise, that's what you get, unfortunately. So let me go ahead. I'm building a Jenga right here. I can see where that line was supposed to be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down and cut through. All right, so I'm going to put this over the side with the tape on it to kind of keep it somewhat in control. All right, and now on these, go ahead and cut. These I'm going to cut like at the edge. So I'm going to measure down here. Sorry, you can't see this. So the die is 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut at 3 3/8. All right. Now on this one, we won't have as much trouble because I'm going to put this on the mat itself. So on this one, and you want to make sure, like I said, that it's centered, that your plates are centered and it's centered. And that was my problem earlier. Let me go ahead. There we go. Don't worry, you're not breaking anything. Not breaking anything, guys. Don't worry. So that one, came off pretty good. Again, I'm going to use this removable tape just to put it down. Some of them will still come off, but at least it's going to keep maybe a majority of them down and together and not all over your floor. All right, let's remove that, throw that away. And then we're going to do the Fleur-de-Lis Flamingo. Again, at 3 3/8. Get it centered on that. Make sure that we don't cross any of those lines. And there you go. Roll it through. All right. Put Mama out of the way for now. Flip it over. And there you are again. Now a lot of these are the same size. So if you want to pile them up, you can. There are some odd pieces though. But you see how most of them, once you get to here, are all the same size. So see what happens when you don't put that tape on. And then you're going to save these pieces if they've cut out nicely, because they'll make good frames for next time. So like I said, a lot of these are the same size. I think all of these are the same size here. Yep. So gather them up, put them in a pile. This one, you'll want to keep out. See how there's that flat edge there? And then these are a little bit smaller, and your triangles. So I kind of just make piles like that. Okay. You put those on the other one. Put that up there. Put these here. All right, so let's go back to our base. And we are going to go back. Here's my other pieces. See how these are mostly that same size. This just keeps it a little more organized. Sorry, this is really turning into a much longer video than I thought it was going to. Probably should have pre-cut some of those, but I wanted you to see that it goes through smoothly. Everything cuts out beautifully, and you don't have to worry about all the noises that your cutter makes, because it's going to come through fine. And look at all these wonderful now masks that you have left. There's another triangle there. This one, of course, is the one we kind of messed up. That's a good strip. Put it in your strip pile. And let's go ahead on here. And then again, here's a lot of those. Here's that one with the straight edge. These are all the same. You can go up here along with that one. And here's all your little extra pieces over here. Oh, my triangle is over there. And then you have your, of course, removable tape you can use later. I just put it on my stand for now. Okay, so you could have run this through your adhesive sheets, your Sizzix sheets if you wanted. Not Sizzix sheets, I'm sorry. They used to be Sizzix sheets. Now they're just our adhesive sheets. If you want to, I find that using the multi-purpose glue works just fine. So what I like to do is I first put them, and I want a very thin bead, so I'm barely pushing. I'm putting it on these thick ones. And then I put it on each of the corners. And then we're going to put it over on our card. So as you see, the parts that I don't have glue on is what I'm touching. Oh, I must have had a little bit of glue on me. So let's go. It's a little off here, so you can scooch it over. But there you have that. Oops. Make sure that's straight up there. All right, looks nice. There's a little bit of glue showing through. And then you're going to decide what you want to color in. Now, I like putting in the triangle and going from there. So I will use my take your pick tool, because I'm going to be I like using glue dots on these. And then since you might have glue in your hands, you can also use your take your pick tool with a putty end and go just like that. All right. So I don't think I'm going to do every single one. I think I'm going to do, like, I'm going to leave 2, then put 2 down, leave 2, put 2 down. So I'm going to leave 2, put 2 down. So leave 2, put 2 down. And to me, it kind of works if I do this. Oops. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that one up now. Yep, I got it up. So I get a visual of where they're going to go. And I like using the glue dots on this. You can use your multi-purpose. You can use your tear and tape. Anything is really going to work. I just like this for sake of seeing where I'm going to put my design. All right, so then I'm going to skip 2, and I'm going to put, again, 2 down. Sorry, I could have done some of this ahead of time, guys. You're just sitting here watching me do this. I then skip 2, and then I'm going to have 2 left. So on those 2, I'm going to just put that down and put that down. Okay. So now here's the big thing. Am I going to go in the same order as I started here, or go opposites? So I think I'm going to go in the same order. So here's one of these. Oh, I should put one of these down, so if need be, I can put my and then we're putting down a mango. Don't know where that came from. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I don't know where that hair came from. All right, so again, that one's going to be your flamingo, then your mango, and if you want to do every single one, you can. This is just my personal preference. So now we're going to go ahead and find over here on the side. So this one and this one. Sorry, there was something, I think that's where my glue thing was, and there was a little bit of a hair or glop on there. All right. So there's your card. So now you can either use the enjoy across, you're one of a kind. You can go this way and do happy birthday or happy for you. I think I'm going to do, I was trying to see how much of this I had left. I have this strip over here. Oh, I'm going to do the happy birthday. This is the strip from earlier. So I'm going to go off script. I'm going to use this gorgeous grape. Hopefully I can line it up good. And you could layer it if you want. I'm just going to go straight on the green. Then you can always take your snips. I think, are they in here? Yes. You can run it through your cutter, or you can use your snips. And I am going to, do I want to put on another layer? I don't think I want to. No, unless you want to put on a real coordinating color. Not coordinating color, contrasting color. I'm just going to pop it up so it gets a little dimension. And there you are, a quick slimline card. You have enough here to do, of course, at least 2 to 3 more cards, but just a quick little fun one. Fits into a business envelopes, but we also have envelopes. Let me see, it's over here somewhere. Here we go. We also have the slimline envelopes in 3 colors that you can purchase through my website. All right, guys, thanks a lot and have a great day.